They practice their customs from the Atlantic to the Arabian Gulf. The Arab world throbs with the zest of culture. And we've got history, and we've got soul, and we've got people with talent innately here and just aching to get out. Globally, we are famous for our music, films, actors and artists take the world stages. Our films are among the best internationally. We are a formidable global player, a living mosaic of 22 unique yet linked independent countries. But behind this setting of cultural hotspot, there are so many things hidden. Starting from the Palestinian liberation and ending with the demands for democracy, equality, and social justice throughout the Middle East, the Arab world knows its good deal of conflict. And as these struggles play out on the global stage, one question looms large. And where are our heroes, our stars, our adulated musicians and artists when their voices are required? The world listens when they sing, it watches when they act, it follows their every move on social media. They possess the power to shift narratives, to amplify marginalized voices, to inspire action. But are they using this power responsibly? Or does their silence speak louder than their art? We've all seen the glamorous photo shoots, the extravagant music videos, the perfectly curated Instagram feeds. They are living the dream, the epitome of success, wealth, and global recognition. But while these stars are busy racking up awards and endorsement deals, their own people are facing very real struggles. So, where do they stand on the issues that matter most? Let's take a closer look. Amr Diab, the undisputed king of Arab pop. His love ballads have captured the hearts of millions, but his silence on social and political issues speaks volumes. While Egypt grappled with the aftermath of the Arab Spring, with its own citizens demanding democracy and human rights, Diab kept his lips firmly sealed, choosing to serenade heartbreak rather than address the heartbreak of a nation. Nancy Ajram, Lebanon's sweetheart, has cultivated a brand of wholesome entertainment, steering clear of anything remotely controversial. But as Lebanon grapples with economic collapse, a refugee crisis, and political instability, one can't help but wonder, where does the Queen of Hearts stand when her own kingdom crumbles? Kazem Al Saher, the Iraqi legend, whose music has often reflected the pain and turmoil of his war-torn homeland, seems to have lost his voice when it comes to other forms of Arab suffering. While millions of Syrian refugees fled for their lives, while Yemen descended into a humanitarian catastrophe, Al Saher remained curiously quiet, his poetic pronouncements reserved for matters of the heart, not the horrors unfolding across the region. And then there's Najwa Karam, the Lebanese diva, known for her powerful voice and patriotic anthems. But patriotism, it seems, has its limits. While she belts out songs about Lebanese resilience and strength, her silence on the plight of Palestinian refugees in Lebanon, stripped of basic rights and living in overcrowded camps, exposes a selective empathy, a patriotism conveniently silent when it comes to the most vulnerable. This is the culture of silence that pervades the Arab entertainment industry. A culture where speaking truth to power can cost you fans, sponsorship, and even your safety. A culture where silence is a business strategy, a carefully calculated move to protect one's career, even if it means turning a blind eye to the suffering of millions. But before we lose all faith in the power of art to inspire change, let's remember this. That said, the lament has not been the only noise that has resonated from the Arab world. Some do not sit idly. Some of them know that art is about truth. It is about fighting and standing up for justice. Consider Elissa, the Lebanese singer who has never shied away from telling the powers that be a thing or two. When Lebanon spiraled into the streets protesting against corruption and governmental failure during the October Revolution, Elissa was with them, singing "I Am Alive." Through the social network, she has million followers, retweeting slogans of people protesting. She could become unpopular with strong political parties and even receive death threats. One of the many freedoms of speech martyrs must have been Syrian singer Asala Nasry, who lost her life after she succumbed to tyranny, after aligning herself with the Syrian population and demanding the overthrow of the criminal Assad's regime and the liberation of the Syrian people. She was deprived of her Syrian citizenship and had to flee, but exile didn't silence her. Nasry has not ceased speaking for the Syrian people's rights, as well as the Palestinian Syrian people, who have had to contend with displacement twice and prejudice. And of course, who can ignore the ability to satirically state the obvious and in the process tweak the conscience of society? Legendary Egyptian comedian Adel Imam has devoted his humorousness to fight social vices, political scandals, as well as extremism. He has made a change through making movies with sensitive topics such as poverty, women rights, and the government. But his weapon has always been making people laugh. Ahmed Helmi, another Egyptian superstar, understands that true influence extends beyond the screen. He's a vocal advocate for education, particularly for girls, and uses his platform to empower young people to become agents of change in their communities. Helmi's activism reminds us that every celebrity, regardless of their genre, can leverage their influence to make a positive impact. These are just a few examples of Arab stars who have dared to shine a light on injustice, who have refused to let their art exist in a vacuum. They remind us that silence is a choice, and that even small acts of courage can have a ripple effect. Let's be real, silence is comfortable. Silence maintains the sponsors, maintains the fans, maintains the money. What I can do is take a selfie in a black square and put hashtags when a crisis goes viral, hold a protest, woe to the weak. But the real allyship, real accountability requires much more than posting hashtags and holding a symbolic action. Most of the Arab celebrities today are grinding their perfect pictures on social media while their own people stand up for their rights and freedoms. Where are the benefit concerts for the millions that have been displaced by the wars in Yemen and Syria? Where is the outrage when women are abused? These abuses, some people insist that women should not be given equal rights as men. Let's be clear, this isn't about blackmailing the mechanism by which every artist must turn into an activist. It's about acknowledging the power they have, hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of adoring fans who follow their fashion choices, their opinions. It is about realizing that the absence of speech is in fact never benign. As we know, doing nothing, especially in today's society, in the face of injustice, one is as guilty as the next person. There are thousands of the shape of a struggle throughout the Arab countries, people who are willing to die, to be imprisoned, or even to lose their lives in order to gain a brand new worthy society. How different the world would be if only a portion of the effort Arab celebrities invested in flaunting extravagance, sponsorship campaigns, searching for likes and followers, was directed toward raising the voices of those oppressed, funding relevant organisations to fight the oppressors, and calling out injustices. This is not to suggest that the Arab world is a China, manufactured in similar mould. It is a musical of colours, sounds and tastes. And while all of us fight our battles, all of us suffer through our personal miseries and pain, we are frequently left without a voice. But here's the good news, and that is where we have the power to change that. It's time to be truthful, but not at the cost of others. You and I, the audience, the fans, the citizens of this big, interesting and troubled part of the world, are carrying the tools to open the door to a new world, a fairer world. We should expect better from the musicians we listen to, the bloggers and vloggers who we subscribe to, the actors who say they are speaking for Arabs or wherever we are from. Let us speak, both in the digital and the physical world, and let us raise awareness for the causes worth fighting. It is about time Arab celebrities wake up. It is about time they understand that real power is not in record sales and sponsoring record albums. It's time for them to write about what they know, about what they wouldn't mind sharing with their audiences. It's time for them to become the speakers for a generation that wants to prompt a change and be the strength of the voice we formed. Tell us what you think. Which Arab celebrities are making the right use of their celebrity status? What votes are closest to your heart? Do you have any thoughts to share? Thanks for joining me on this journey into silence or solidarity, Arab celebrities and politics. If you have any thoughts on this topic, be sure to share them in the comments below. And if you're interested in learning more about Arabic celebrities, culture and elites, stay tuned to your favourite Arabic channel, Arab Vibe,